I've many times heard from somebody that someone's ridiculous opinion and pseudoscience should be taken seriously because of how many degrees they have. So perhaps climate change denialists should be believed because they've got, and I quote, just as many degrees as those other blokes, unquote. Or perhaps someone who's merging scientific views on something with traditional views on something or superstitious views on something and trying to present them as not actually separate things. And it'll be justified by how many degrees they have. And to the best of my knowledge, the people who have done this have none of them had degrees themselves. And I suspect that might be significant because nothing will ruin the mystique of having a university degree like going to university, getting a degree, and meeting other people getting degrees. Nothing will reveal how incapable this process is of giving someone legitimacy, like interacting with people at university. I've known people who scraped through degrees essentially on special exemptions and extra credit. When I just completely failed an exam, without asking, I was just given a conceded pass because I did well in assignments, even though I'd technically failed the course. Now, I didn't look the gift horse in the mouth, but I was surprised. I've had someone who has a master's level education in a science-related degree who was under the impression that proteins were made up of cells. And upon correction, became defensive about how intelligent she was, rather than, checking or accepting the correction. And this is not a scientific attitude. So would you say that everyone who has a degree in a science-related field automatically becomes credible when they talk about science? And this is leaving aside like the inevitability of bias in all people, no matter how educated. So it's essentially the kind of argument that almost discredits the person who's using this as their reason, because they're setting up an argument from authority when the person is not necessarily an authority in their field. The degrees they have might not be related. They might have got those degrees by being good at playing the social game with their supervisors at university. There's always some kind of internal politics in any organisation. There are just so many reasons, and I go into reasons not to believe experts in my video on the topic, but if that's all you can say is someone with a lot of degrees says what I believe, then you don't have a reason. You don't have a justification.